Hello everyone, it's Simmuz here. Welcome to part 2 of this beautiful build that we are making of the School of Magic. And if you haven't watched the first part where we are building the actual structure, I suggest you highly watch that first before watching this one, because in this one we are gonna furnish most of the castle. So if you don't know anything about this build, this is a build that I created for a monthly challenge on one of the Discord that Simmuz Discords that I'm in, which was about making a school, a dorm, or something related to magic, some kind of build related to magic. So I decided to do this gigantic School of Magic, and if you want to download it, it's on the gallery right now. You can just look up Silly Simmuz like here on YouTube, but without spaces, or use hashtag Silly Simmuz as well, and you can download this beautiful build. It's in a 64x64 lot. I'm using the one in Windenburg, but you can put it wherever you want. You could also put it in a smaller lot, because technically most of the lot is still like garden with plants. If the main structure is a little bit more smaller, because I did build it in another lot which I think was 40x30, so you could use that, and it still would work because the castle would fit in. So right now I am trying to furnish this gigantic space that we have. We have so many rooms, so many different little details that I have to add in. It was very fun, but it took me so long. The entirety of this build, I think it was maybe 4 days straight of building and furnishing and landscaping and everything. From like the base of the building to the end, I think it took me 4 days. Like, I don't know if I have to put like a time frame, maybe I'd say 10 hours, maybe even more, maybe 12 hours even. I mean, if I would have to do like a 24-hour live stream in my life, which I don't think I'll ever do, but if for some sick reason I would ever do a 24-hour live stream, I would build this again, and it would probably, you know, come up the same way it turned out. But also, yeah, I was saying this is part 2 of this build, so if in part 1 we build the structure, but there is gonna be a part 3 as well. So at the end of this video there are gonna be some screenshots of the a build that I'm making, but since it's such a big detailed build, I decided to also do a first person showcase of the build that I'm gonna post right after this build. So if you're watching it at time of uploading, I highly suggest you subscribe and put a notification for when the other video comes out. If you're watching it in the future, it should be out on the channel in a playlist, and you can check it out and see every single detail, because right now you are watching me do most of the furnishing, not everything. I didn't record every single detail of furnishing. You're seeing most of it, but also you're not seeing everything in full-on detail. Like, I'm gonna go in full detail with the showcase. It's gonna take a little bit to record it, but I really want to show every detail and cool thing that I added in the build. And yeah, hopefully it's gonna turn out pretty cool, and it should come out soon. So again, if you're watching it at the time of uploading, subscribe for the video and do not miss it. So you just saw me finish off the cafeteria area. So this is one of the other rooms. This is I guess kind of a library sitting place. There are loads of books around. That's my idea behind it. I have wanted the suitcases like with like the books on top, no tops, and also all the library, the actual bookcases around. Yeah, it's like a full room where, in my idea, like students can hang out, maybe read, hang out in front of the fireplace. Well, I was trying to say cabin. The cabin is on the top of the house. well, yeah, the fireplace, and the thing that I really like to do I really liked to do for this build, and I think it turned out super cool, is adding a lot of little details and objects. So here on this table is gonna be filled with weird, cool objects, and I think it turned out super great. Hopefully you guys agree. You can let me know in the comments down below, obviously. I would love to know what you think about it, and also, if you have a gallery, you can go on a gallery and comment on there as well to let me know what you think about this build. But also, you can look it up, look me up on social medias. So in the description down below, there are going to be all my links to social media, so you can let me know what you think about this build, what other builds you would like to see, what you have done differently, what you like, what's your favorite room. I really like this room, but it is not my favorite. It is very pretty. I really like it, and I really like the feel of like lived in. It's full of stuff, it's full of cool object on the walls, but it is not my favorite room. My favorite room is gonna be soon. No, actually, I think it's actually towards the end of the video. I said it's gonna come soon because it's gonna be near this room, but it is not soon. You'll see. I'm not gonna spoil. So again, this room here, which was a little weird, like corridor maybe space, in between the cafeteria and the room that we just finished, I decided to make it a little hangout space as well. So you can come in and sit down, read something, talk. I don't know, it's like a common room, I guess, of sorts. And it's near the cafeteria, so maybe you can hang out there before going to lunch or dinner or whatever. And here we have the kitchen. The kitchen is one of my favorite rooms as well. I really like kitchens in general in my builds. I really like making them, but I really like this one because it's super quirky, and I just really like how it turned out. We have two fridges because it's for a school, an entire school, so it makes sense that it's big, it's full of stuff for making food. There's gonna be two stoves as well, right here, and there is like a big fireplace. You can see it behind there in the corner, and that fireplace is from Jungle Adventures, and I really like it. I think it's so rustic and cute, and it really gives the idea that you can cook food actually in it. So that was why I decided to use that particular fireplace there. So it feels like you can cook stuff in it. So that's why I decided to put it in the kitchen. There are other objects, other fireplaces in the castle, other than the one here and the one in the, I guess, I'm gonna call it library with like big air quotes because it's not a library, with the fireplace that you saw before. And there are gonna be some in the upper floor, which is gonna be the oh my god, how do you say that, where the students sleep? Dormitory? Yes, that's the word. So there are gonna be fireplaces in the dormitory. I think there is one in the dean's private room, and I think that's it. I think that those 4 or 5 are the fireplaces that we have. I'm not sure about the dean one now that I say it, actually. I might not have put one in the end, but yeah. Anyway, again, for this kitchen, a lot of little details and cute stuff, some cobwebs, some roughing of the walls to make it more lived in. And my idea behind this kitchen is that the cook that uses the kitchen doesn't really care about cleaning it up as much as it should, because it is a kitchen for a school, so it should be full of like and all good and clean, but it doesn't really care. I don't know, that's my idea behind it. This is one of the bathrooms upstairs. So if you actually check the build on the gallery, it says that it has only 3 bathrooms. The reason is the one for the dormitories that I'm making, they do have loads of toilet, because of course you're gonna have 6 or 8, I don't remember, 6 kid for males and 6 for female, spaces. We have 6 beds. So I decided to put in as many showers and toilets as I could fit in. So technically there is enough bathrooms for everyone. There is these bathrooms in the dormitory. There is the one for the dean, So technically everybody has their own private bathroom, but yeah, technically it is also just 3 rooms with bathrooms, so that's why it says that it's 3. Same thing for the bedrooms. Technically there are 3 bedrooms because there is the 2 dormitories for males and females, and there is the dean office, I guess, where he can sleep in or she can sleep in. So technically, yeah, there are 3 rooms, but there are gonna be more beds. So this is gonna be the dormitory for males. I'm decided to use these beds because they have like the decorative, how they're called, curtains, I guess, kinda. Yeah, I guess curtains is the right word. So I decided to use these, and the number of beds in both rooms is the same. Also, yeah, I forgot to mention this build is more than 1,000,000 simoleons worth. The reason is I used so many suits of armor around because they really give more of the castle vibe that I really wanted to give to this build. So there are many of those suit of armors around, and it really skyrocketed the price of this build. It's also super big and super detailed, so I guess it makes sense. But yeah, it's my first build actually, I think, in Sims 4 that is 1,000,000 simoleons, and I'm super excited for that. So if you want to download it, it is more than 1,000,000. Just be mindful about it. I know it doesn't cost you anything different, but maybe if you want to transfer your sim in it, you know, just remember that. So this is again the male part of the dormitory, and I'm decided to use a lot of little objects, a lot of toys as well, some decorative pieces, and I really like how it turned out. I think it looks pretty cute. So this is the female room, and again using the same kind of bed. Because I mean, it makes sense that they would have the same kind of bed, just different colors, obviously, just to you know, keep them separated. Again, if you want to change it up, you can do it easily. You'll have to change the doors in the bathroom because I did use the doors that are just for males and just for females. If you want to, there are in-game just as many doors for bathrooms that are gender neutral, and also the colors, you can change them pretty easily. I mean, the toys itself, they are fine. The only thing that are different is color scheme, I guess, because the beds are more pink. There is the pink carpet instead of the blue carpet, but the rest of the stuff is more or less the same, honestly. Trying to just use a lot of the little decorative things, and I think it turned out pretty cute as well. So this is the dean's office / private room. So this is where the headmaster of the school would reside. There is a downstairs part which is a little like bedroom / office space where there is like a little couch where you can sit in and talk to the dean and stuff. You can see it there, and there is the bed that I just put in. But yeah, upstairs there is their I guess office part where there's an actual desk with the cauldron where they can do their stuff. It's the most fanciest cauldron that I could find in the game, and I think it looks super cute. There is the place for the wand, and again a suit of armor as always, a couple here and there. This is their bathroom, so they have a private bathrooms, as I said, so they don't have to use the one for the students, which wouldn't make sense. And yeah, more or less this is the final result of this room, adding some more torques and I don't know, like they're a very renovated, well, not renovated, but no, that was, I don't want to say renovated. They're a very known school, so they have a lot of prices, and the dean would show them off. So this is very cool. I really like. This is one of my first classrooms that I made. This one is for, I think it's charm casting. Yeah, upstairs there is a space here where you can have like duels. The dedicated space just for that, adding a lot of different wand cases and wands inside, so you can use you choose your wand if you don't have one, or I don't know, maybe if you're like if your sim is not a spellcaster, is like a mermaid or something, if they need to put charms, it would probably make sense to have them pick up a wand anyway. This room here is gonna be the potion making room. So there are gonna be loads of cauldrons around for, I think there are 6, so there would be 2 sim for each cauldron, which would make sense. But again, as I said in the first video, it wouldn't really technically work because you cannot have more than 8 sim in one place. And if you need the teachers and the dean and the cook and somebody to take care of the grounds, and like a groundkeeper and maybe a maid or somebody to clean up the castle, and 12 kids like actually teaching getting lessons in this place, you wouldn't have enough. You would need a mod to do that, but it's doable, I guess. So this room down here, it is an actual library room with like research station with computers, and I think it's super useful and nice. And upstairs here there is the divination room. So here is where your sim are gonna learn divination, the divination art. Again, very inspired by Harry Potter. I decided to put in some tea stuff so you can, you know, read the tea leaves. There are gonna be like glowing orbs so you can, you know, like read the future or something like that. And there are gonna be incense so you can read the incense fumes. And there is also a little, I think it's from the Chinese lunar calendar or something. It's super cute and I really liked it and it fit the theme, so I decided to put it in. This room right here, I think is crystallography, if I'm not mistaken. So again, there is all the places for here. At first it started off as maybe like creatures in general, like I wanted to put the fishes in, but then it didn't really make sense because we only had the fishes to show off, so I decided to transform it and make it only crystals. So it is like a crystal room. It's full of crystals and rocks and weird stuff, and you can, you know, learn all about rocks and their properties and how to work with crystals and enchant them and make them work whatever you want. There is a map, so it feels like you can know where each crystal comes from. And I decided to fill in this table and a couple of show-off things, like those shelving units here. They're all filled with crystals, so I really like this room. I think it looks super pretty with all these crystals. Super full, super cool. And yeah, it looks pretty nice. Adding a couple more inside because it really didn't make sense to have only 4 for each unit. Again, suits of armor, always those everywhere. I think it looks super cool. Adding a little bit of spruce to that corridor right there, and here we are working a little bit on the outside of the castle. I know we technically haven't finished the interior because there is the room that I was talking about that we haven't still done, but I did add it later, so that's why it is later in the actual thing. So right now we are adding a lot of vines on this side of the castle, and I really like how they turned out. All the places where I put vines, I just try to just mix different kinds in to make it more realistic and new and nice, and feel actually like covered in vines and not just random stuff there. Oh yeah, also yeah, oh my god, I forgot about this. Out here we have our herbology room, which is the greenhouse. So you can come here and you know, experiment with plants, learn about plants, use them for how to use them for potions and their qualities and whatnot or whatever. And this is the more or less the look of the herbology room. I'm gonna fill it with so many plants, and I really like how it turned out in the end. Hopefully you guys like it as well. I think it's one of the best rooms. I really like the kitchen, I really like this greenhouse, and I like the other room that is coming. I promise it's coming. I really hope I, you know, recorded everything about the room. I'm pretty sure I did, so cool. But also, yeah, this room is filled with plants. Using this stuff, it's a lot of debug stuff. So if you don't know how to use debug, there are a lot of items that are in the game that are not in the normal catalog. So if you use the Ctrl Shift C, it comes up in the corner a white space where you can type in. And if you type in bb dot, actually first we have to do testing cheats true, so that you can turn on cheats. And then if you type in bb.show hidden objects, all lowercase, all without spaces, it should show off the debug catalog menu. So you have all these items that I decided to use in, like these vines that are so gorgeous and I love them, and all those weird plants from Strangerville as well. And I think I just filled this room with like different kind of plants, and I think it turned out super cute. And hopefully you guys agree. There are all these tables in the middle, so you can actually, you know, do the gardening part. Yeah, I really like how it turned out. What else is important? Oh yeah, I also used move objects for this build. Again, if you don't know how to use move objects, I would like to do also like videos about cheats, if you would like to do that. Oh yeah, this is the room that I was talking about. This is my favorite room. But I was saying I use move objects. So again, Ctrl Shift C and then bb dot move objects, all lowercase and without spaces. So this room down here, it's right under that I guess sitting space near the cafeteria that I showed before. It's you can access it from under the stairs, and this is the forbidden part of the library. It's super cool. I really like how it turned out. It's full of like roughed up walls, cobwebs. There's clearly like I'm gonna put a tome there that it's probably a cursed tome. So it would be like a room where students cannot go to, but students can like low-key go to, you know. Like in Hogwarts, you have the forbidden part of the library where the students are not allowed to go, but also they are going against the rules of the school. Yeah, this is the room, and I really like how it turned out. There is only one light. I think it really gives the creepy atmosphere and vibe, and hopefully you guys agree. I really like that room. It's probably my favorite. And now we are gonna do loads of landscaping. Like from now on, I think it's all landscaping, adding plants and rocks and grass and little ferns and shrubs, and then we are gonna also add the trees. Oh yeah, actually we didn't do the back side of the school yet. We do add some more stuff back there. So that it's not just the Herbology greenhouse, and it's more stuff that you can do outside. So it makes sense for your Sims to go outside and do stuff, and it doesn't look weird. So right now you can see me, I'm adding some pathways, as I did for the front of the school, so that the Sims can go outside. Oh my god, I cannot speak. Oh my god, sorry. Anyway, what else? Oh yeah, down back here there are gonna be some statues, some places to sit, but also there is gonna be the wishing well from, I think it's Romantic Gardens, the stuff pack Romantic Gardens. We received the wishing well in that pack, and that's exactly what I put in. So you can go there, your Sim can go there and wish for something, and it might or might not be evil. You don't know. It might come out evil, might come out good. For trees, I decided to go with a lot of evergreens and I don't know, pine trees and stuff like that. I feel like it really gives the vibe of a forest more than something else, and that's exactly what I wanted to give. Like it's inside a forest and hidden. I mean, it's a castle, so it makes sense that it's not like in the middle of the city, but at the same time, just as I was saying, a castle in the middle of the city. I know there are castles in middle cities, so yeah. But yeah, this castle is not in the middle of the city, it's in the middle of the forest. Yeah, so again, adding so many shrubs and little things. I think it turned out super cute, and it looks super like lush and cool. Like it's kind of overgrown, but not too overgrown that it's clearly like left there. It's like somebody's taking care of it, but not really taking care of it, so it's kind of overgrown, but not really. That was the vibe that I was going for, which is not very a very clear vibe, apparently, because I made myself unclear while, you know, describing it. But hopefully you guys understood. And yeah, adding a lot of terrain painting again under the trees. You wouldn't really have grass, you would have more like straight up terrain and earth. Yeah. Adding some lights, which is always cool because those lights are super cute. Some lights at the back as well. And checking it out in nighttime as well to make sure they look good. And oh yeah, I'm adding some lights inside this greenhouse as well, and hidden in the vines, so that it's not completely dark at night, because it didn't really make sense to have it completely dark at night. Again, more terrain painting, a lot of terrain painting. I don't think it turned out pretty cute. Adding some seating out here so you can come out and sit down. Yeah, just so your sim can hang out there. And as I said, some statues outside, ones that I didn't use inside, so there we have some variety as well. Oh, a couple of fountains at the front. Looks pretty cute. Adding the wishing well right here at the back, so it's kind of hidden, not really everyone can access it, so if you don't know that it's there, you wouldn't really go there. But if you know that it's there, you can use it. So I think we're almost into the screenshots. Oh yeah, we're doing some more seating out here because I really feel like that space needed something. So adding some seats again, and here are the screenshots. This is the front of our School of Magic. This is at night. I really like it. It's super creepy. Hopefully you guys like it as well. And you can let me in the comments down below, obviously, what you think about this build. I'm super excited for the show build, the show off video that is coming up soon. I promise it's gonna be the next video right after this one, hopefully. But if it's not gonna be that one, you can just let me know, honestly. On I'm gonna be tweeting that, so just so FYI, if it's not, I'm gonna be tweeting it. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed, please like, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, put on notifications so that you know when the next video is coming out. Thank you so much for watching,